Okay. What's up, guys? I'm going to attempt to make a usable video showing how to not only convert Hyperspin themes that use SWF images, which Android won't play. So we're going to convert those themes to be able to work for Android. Okay, but I'm also going to show you enough that you could make your own themes from scratch. Okay, it's really simple. There's only a couple things that you're going to need. Now, if you want to actually convert the SWF images to be able to work on a Android Hyperspin setup, then you're going to need to download this program, jpexs free flash decompiler. Okay, you can just Google it. See, free flash decompiler download, and there it is right there, the GitHub. Okay, so you're going to download that and install it. It's really simple to use, but I'll show you. Okay, and then I have a list of the media, the system media for different games that I need to fix over here for our Hyperspin build. I already did Nintendo 64. Okay, Nintendo Entertainment System, the theme's fine. We're going to do Game Boy. Nah, we'll skip that one. Let's see. Game Gear. Okay, so I'm going to open the themes folder, and wherever your Hyperspin media is, I already have this separate, but you could go into your Hyperspin folder and go into media and find the one that you want to work on. Okay. Now I'm going to go here, I'm going to extract my default theme. Okay. Okay, so these are already converted. Let's see if we can find one here that's not already converted. Let's see. I'll just grab the Game Gear one that I haven't fixed yet. Okay. Second Game Gear. Well, this one should be good. Okay. I'm going to extract here. Oh, that one's been fixed too. Holy moly. I've been busier than I thought. Okay. Sorry about all that. I thought I hadn't fixed that one yet. Let's go find one that I have fixed. Or haven't fixed. Okay. Okay, don't need any of this. Forget about what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to get it set up so that I can show you. Okay. There we go. See the SWF images? Those will not work on Android. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our jpexs free flash decompiler. We're going to open that. Okay. Let's see. This is already in the correct folder. So I'm going to click on one of these. We'll click background. Okay. Click open. And then we don't want all the other stuff that's in that. It's actually a flash file so that it can be animated. Some are, some aren't, but the only one we want is images. So we're going to click on images, and then over here we're going to click export selection, export in PNG. Okay, and then just click open. It's going to save it. Okay, and you can choose here where you want it to go. I've already saved mine. Okay. Now I'm going to go open up another folder here, and I'm going to navigate to where I saved that. I just have a file on my desktop called PNG output. Okay. Click on images, and there it is, but in PNG form. Okay, now the issue that I've been having is that when you export these, they don't come out in the same aspect ratio, or the same size. So they come out looking really stretched and they're all out of whack, okay? So I'm going to start a folder here because we need to be able to move these. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name mine, let's see, PS for Photoshop input files, whatever. Doesn't matter what you name them. Okay, now I'm going to take this, I'm going to drag it over there, open that up, and I'm going to rename it background.png, okay? Because that's the original name, that's the name it needs to be. So now I'm going to go back to Flash Decompiler, I'm going to click on the SWF up here, okay? And I'm going to right click and then hit close. Now we're going to open the next one. Excuse the background noise if that's really loud, I apologize. Kids are watching a movie. So I'm going to click on Artwork 2 SWF, I'm going to open that. Images, export selection, PNG, okay. And now it's going to have done the same thing. No, not there. Right here. Okay, see that? So I'm going to name that to match what it was named to begin with. It's going to be Artwork 2. Okay, and then I'm going to move that over to my Photoshop folder. Okay, now I have everything I need to get this ready. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and open Photoshop. Doesn't matter what Photoshop you have. If you look around, you can find portable versions that have been cracked or whatever for free. I'm not going to provide that for you. Okay, we're going to click on New. Make sure the width and height is 1024 by 768 because that's the default Hyperspin theme size. Okay, that's just what you want it to be. We're going to open that window. Then we're going to... Oh, not that one. This one. Okay. Okay, we're going to drag our background over. And then we're going to stretch it out to fill that window. Okay. Then we're going to go... We're going to drag our Artwork 2 over. Oh, it's not going to let me because I got to okay this first. Click the check mark there. Then we're going to drag this one over. Okay, see, it's way too big. We don't want it that big. Now, when you put these in, if you're using a 16:9, you know, any HD TV, it's going to stretch this image out to be 16:9 to be the correct size. So you want it to look a little bit tall and skinny, okay? Kind of out of aspect from where you might think it would be, okay? I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to open the theme folder. In most themes, you'll see this also. Video.png. See, that's a border. I'm going to drag that over. See how that looks tall and skinny too? That's correct. That's what we want. Okay. I'm going to place that somewhere here. Okay. Save it. And then I'm going to go... That's all we really need to do in Photoshop. That's just to make sure that everything fits correctly and is the right size. Okay. Then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go Save As. Let's see. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it 64 theme. And then make sure it's on PSD because we want it to save as a Photoshop document. Okay, pay attention to where that's saved. It's saved in my Nintendo 64 themes. You can make a folder on your desktop wherever you want, just as long as you can keep track of it. Okay, click OK here. Alright, so that part of it's done. We're almost done already. So now you want to open your Hyperspin folder. wherever your, mine is on the E drive, but wherever your actual Hyperspin folder is. See, open your Hyperspin folder. If it's my build, it's going to have Hypertheme built in and ready to go. So you just click on hypertheme.exe and open that up. Sometimes these Hyperspin programs glitch out when you close them and they don't close correctly. It's unfortunate, but it just is the way it is. If you open your task manager, not responding, of course. Come on, guy. There we go. You can scroll down and see if it's open already. Hypertheme, see? So I'm going to end that. End that. Now we should be good to go. Now I'm going to open it again. This time it should start. There we go. Okay, so this is Hypertheme. This is a built-in program that allows you to make your own themes for Hyperspin. It's really neat. Okay, we're going to go here and we're going to, oh, you know what, here, let me check this. So this is important. It looks correct, but you want to make sure your layers over here are named accordingly, just like they were when you took them out of the theme. Background, artwork 2, and video. Okay, so that's accurate. We're going to go to Hypertheme. I'm going to click this little Photoshop button up here. Create a theme from a PSD file, yes. Okay, so I'm going to go to wherever you saved that stuff. Mine is on my desktop in a media fix folder. Nintendo 64 themes. Okay, so this is N64 theme.psd. That's what we just made. I'm going to open that. Okay. And you can see we have our background. We've got our artwork too here. You won't have the video border until you add a video. You can only add FLV videos, but you can take any MP4 video and just rename it, change the extension to FLV, and it'll be fine. Okay. So I'm going to navigate to where I already have one sitting on my desktop just for this purpose. Okay. So there it is. Hopefully that's not too loud for you. I have it turned down. And I'm going to put that border wherever I want. Okay. I'm going to stick it right here. Now, see how it doesn't fill the border? Now, what I explained earlier about how you want it to stretch out so that it'll actually, or you want it to be tall and skinny so that when you put it on your full-size TV, it actually stretches out to full screen. So that's why the border's that way. We want to make the video match the border. So I'm going to go over here to force aspect ratio. I'm going to click both. Okay, that'll let me force the video into whatever aspect ratio I want. Then I'm just going to stretch this out until it fills the border there. Just like that. Okay. Looking pretty good. Now, so we've got that set up. We want to add our artwork 3. Okay. Which your artwork 3 will usually be like box art. Okay. So I'm going to go to my E drive where my Hyperspin folder is. Or wherever your box art or whatever you want to use. Okay. I'm going to go to Nintendo 64 just to make it match. It doesn't have to be the correct one, but if you want your theme to look right, you want to use art that you actually have in the correct folder. Okay. Use GoldenEye. See, there's my box. Put that wherever I want. Put it right here. Okay. And then we're going to go to artwork 4. I'm going to add artwork. Same thing. I'm going to go to my Nintendo 64 artwork 4 folder. I'm going to add that same cartridge. Okay. Put it down here somewhere. I like to offset them a little bit just to give it kind of a 3D look. Okay. Now, it's basically done, but we have to decide on our animations. Okay. So, we'll start with this one. That's going to be your artwork 2. Okay, you can the starting position. So if you want it to drop down from the top, you'd put top as your starting position. Okay, animation type. We're going to go with elastic, or you can use ease or fade. There are some of these animations that don't necessarily work right on Android. I don't have a list for you. You're just going to have to figure that out. Okay. Resting animation. I wanted to do something while it's sitting there, so I'm going to put it on pulse. Okay. So that should be good for that one. Then we're going to go to artwork 3. Okay. Resting animation for my artwork 3. I'm going to choose starting position right. I'm going to choose animation type as ease. That'll just kind of make it slide in. Resting animation none. Okay. Then we go to artwork 4. And you can mess with this until you see whether you like it or not. All right. Now my artwork 4, I'm going to go starting position bottom. I'm going to go animation type ease. And to make it come in a little bit later than the cartridge art, I'm going to put a delay on it. Just half a second. Okay. Now, there's one more thing you want to make sure and do with your box art or anything that's in your Hyper theme folder, your artwork 3, artwork 4 folders. You don't want that specific file to be included in your theme. You want it to grab the theme that matches that game's name out of the folder. Okay, so you want to make sure and select this box down here, don't include in output. And you'll want to do that just for your cartridge art and your box art. Okay. Do not include in output. Okay, and if you had flyers, you could make this say the game name. Make it drop down each time instead of saying Nintendo 64 if you wanted. That's up to you to figure out how to do that. I know how, but I'm not going to go over it. Okay, and now we still need to do our video animation. Okay, so you can make this come in, you can make it fade in, you can make it pixelate, whatever you want. I'm going to do a starting position of none, just do a simple fade. Okay. And so this theme's done, but we can take a look at it and see how it looks, right? So you want to click this play button down here, and it'll give us an idea. See, just like that. See that resting animation? That's nice. And that's what it's going to do. And every time you change games, it'll grab the correct art, and it'll drop it in, and you'll see it just like that. So down here, what you want to do is you want to choose, it's not a game theme, it's just a default theme for every game. So you'll click default, and so you can keep track of which one is which. Over here you can click, just type in Nintendo 64, okay. That's all I usually do. And you're going to click save theme. Theme created successfully, okay. Now we can close this. Okay, and I'm going to show you where the output, where that goes. So in your Hyperspin folder, there is a folder called Hypertheme. Right here. Inside Hypertheme, My Themes, there's going to be your theme that you created. Okay. Now, what you got to do with this theme, well, we don't want to rename it yet. So we're going to cut it or copy it, whichever you want to do. I'll just copy it. Okay. And then we're going to go to our Hyperspin Media folder, find Nintendo 64. Right there. Okay, themes. We're going to paste it right here. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of this old default one. It doesn't work anyway, right? We don't want it. Or you can just rename it to back it up if you want. And we're going to name this one to match. Default. Okay. That's it. There's your new theme. Should work on Android and Windows. We can actually go take a look. Let's see. It's always a good idea to double check it, obviously. Okay, in alphabetical order here, so we want Nintendo 64. See? That's our theme that we just made. And you can find your own backgrounds and your own stuff off the internet to do it however you want. Right? much better than a blank background. Hopefully that'll help you guys out. Let me know if you got any questions. I'm going to go ahead and continue making these and fixing the themes and come out with a pack that'll update Hyperspin and make everything work correctly. But if you want to work on it yourself and learn to make themes yourself, you can fix the themes yourself using this method. It's really easy. Good luck.